Right, we are here today direct from 2003's Festival 2024 backstage because I don't like the environment anywhere else. I'm here today with
Regard.
And you are watching a Hive magazine interview with me, Joel Arthur. So first and foremost, guys, this is the first time I think I've actually caught you live together, and I'm really excited to do that because I know I've found you all through the internet or in person, one way or the other. But the song Dead to Me has been an absolute earworm for the longest time. Well, I think since it came out, and you guys should be really proud of that. But I do want to know, how did the song come about? Because obviously I saw that John Cass was part of that production, as well as obviously having Charlie Rolfe from AEU, As Everything Unfolds, featuring. Yeah, what was that like?
Yeah, it was a really good experience, to be honest. It started off, basically I'd come out of like a tumultuous? How do you say?
I think
that's the one.
Yeah.
Relationship. So it was like an acoustic sort of verse chorus.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was like the main structure of the song, really. And then I just sent it along to Tom. Tom did some further production on it. And then we were like, why don't we get a feature on this? And I think Tom's quite close with the AEU guys, so he sort of sorted that out for us.
Nice.
Yeah. Georgia sent the voice note to us, and I went to Matt's the same day, and we ended up writing a whole song, which was cool.
Yeah.
Charlie was a dream to work with. Great vocalist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously, I've seen that, Tom, you've been doing a bit of tech work as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
What's that been like alongside also being in High Regard?
Oh, it's great fun. It's nice to get out and be the tech for another band instead of the band I'm playing in, you know?
Yeah.
There's a good separation between like the stress of doing it for us and making sure it's all right, and then performing rather than just having the fun, hanging out with people, you know?
Yeah, and then sorting out all of the I mean, did you have many big issues whilst out there?
Slam Dunk was fun.
Yeah.
I won't go into all of it, but there were countless issues that could have been resolved easier if there was better communication between everyone.
Yeah.
But in hindsight, it was impossible to work it out.
And how does that translate to here today? How does each of you all have been doing music for a while? How do your previous experiences translate into making a performance like today work?
I think on my end, it's like I've had experience designing sets and everything, and we run backing tracks, so everything on that.
Yeah.
On my end was easy enough to put together, as we had to shorten our normal set today, basically.
Yeah.
So I've gone and done that behind the scenes. We had one thing that Matt wanted to change yesterday, last minute, which...
Wait, what was the change?
Just an extension of a part.
Oh, okay. You just wanted to have a bit of a longer breakdown.
Yeah, it was like, I think for a festival, like you want it to be like those big moments.
Yeah.
So I was just like, let's make a moment here. And it's like, that sort of like, with it, it's like, it's since we got here, it's not felt as like a normal show would, because you don't get like that sound check, so it's sort of like just building up to this moment, so you're like, you get to it and the set goes so quickly, so you're like, I want to do something silly.
You gotta make savor it.
And like you spend the whole week like, oh, I should do this, I should do that and stuff, and you're like, just fucking go for it.
Just go for it, absolutely.
Like, it was sick, and it was so much fun.
Yeah.
And like, but it was cool, like it's our first outdoor festival for like us as a band.
Yeah.
So to just look out and like see a bunch of people and like people started like vibing it, and you're like, okay, this is cool. Like,
I did notice all of you just constantly smiling. I was only there for a couple of minutes, but those couple of minutes for you guys must have been euphoria.
It just ear to ear grin the whole time. Yeah, no, it was wicked. Like it like exceeded like all my expectations, and like I'll always have fun up there. Like there could be one dude I'm rocking for you.
Yeah.
Like, but like when there's so many people and like so many friends that we've seen on like tours or like that we just know in our personal lives, and they all like pulled up, and you're like, yeah, this is sick. Like it's so good.
Yeah. So I have to ask. I've seen on TikTok that you guys with with the backing tracks and what comes on in-ear monitors, there are special prompts in your IEMs to help all of you keep track, but obviously Georgia specifically for you, of where you are in a set. How else does, I know you mentioned being neurodivergent kind of affects keeping track of where you are on stage. How else would you say that affects your performances, and have you found any other tips and tricks that artists can learn from?
I think it's quite lucky because of being a songwriter, and I really struggle with learning songs and learning lyrics, but I can learn melodies quite well. When I write my own parts, it's almost like you don't need to learn them. So I've always been quite lucky. It almost feels like muscle memory when you're up there. But yeah, I think just like having a lot of time in between sets, sort of taking time to like breathe, have some water, because you always think that you need to be filling space. And it's like, and then you watch about and you're like, they're not talking, but it's not uncomfortable for the crowd. But when you're up there, it's like, oh, I should be talking. Like,
it feels like there's too much silence in between. That's actually a very good point.
We fix that with I just hate having silence because it makes me feel uncomfortable. So with the set, like Tom's put just ambience or longer intros, things like that. So yeah, I think I love playing and singing, but the talking isn't something which is as natural. So we've kind of like tried to tailor that around our set, basically.
It's a good way to fill it out, definitely, absolutely. I think a lot of artists, including myself, will take that and bear that in mind as well. You guys headlined Face Down, if I'm not too incorrect there, in London. Wasn't that long ago, was it?
February,
February, yeah.
Valentine's, wasn't it? Like,
yeah, and it was a massive audience from the videos I've seen. How does it feel going from that to 2,000 Trees? And obviously, Jevon, I know you joined around that time as well, right? So how long had you been in the band around?
So my first show with these guys was June last year. We had a one-off show, and then got another message from Tom saying, do you want to do another gig with us next week, Burn It Down Festival? Which was nuts, because that in itself was just a whole thing. It was all very last minute. It was a massive stage, massive experience. And then from then on. But and Face Down and Trees and stuff like that, like these bucket list shows and like real milestone venues and events, like to be getting to do those in the same year as well, in the same 6-month period.
It's not been that long.
No, not at all. Like
it feels like it's been like a while between those shows. It's crazy to think they're still in the same year. But yeah, Face Down was amazing, and it felt like similar vibes for me, because just the crowd was so good, so like responsive. So yeah, it was definitely really good.
Yeah, I think with Face Down as well, it's like similar to a festival, because you know you've got some people there for you. But there's a lot of people where you're like, I'm going to try and just win you over. So it's like, it's cool. It's like a challenge almost, and like Face Down have like the best crowds, and like the vibe here today, and like the people here are so friendly, so open to finding new music, so it's like easy to win them over. But just like a big shout, because the Face Down guys were like in the crowd today as well. Like
nice.
They were up there supporting us. They're the loveliest people.
So
absolutely. Like, it was really nice to see them there as well.
That's great. Well, we've got 2 more questions left, and we've been doing a little competition between the artists of 2,000 Trees, right? It's quite simple stuff. All I want you guys to do is name as many trees as you can in 15 seconds, okay? And that timer starts 3, 2, 1, go!
Cedar, oak, pine,
Redwood,
willow,
Elm,
palm tree.
I know Christmas trees.
Christmas trees.
11,
Spruce,
12,
dark oak, Minecraft. Think of Minecraft, exactly.
15, that is time. That was impressive. You know, I like the collective team where you all gathered around the mic. Just go, 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 go.
I think it was oak at the same time.
Yeah, oak at the same time. Like, that's it. You're in a band. I get it. Okay, well, that being said, obviously you guys already pointed out that there is quite a diverse range of people here who come to discover music at 2,000 Trees, and it's a lot of beautiful faces out there. So I thought I'd go ahead and make a little mascot for 2,000 Trees to kind of represent that. And I thought, who best to name the mascot other than the artists of 2,000 Trees? So all I'd want from you guys is a suggestion for a name and a catchphrase, and I'll actually reveal that mascot for you. Here we go. So if one of you wants to hold that.
Yeah, rock Pokemon.
Should we call him Oak?
Right.
Oakley.
This is
Oakley? Okay, we got Oakley.
This is Oakley. He's the rock lord from 2000 Trees. You know.
Yeah.
He's
a shiny.
I'm assuming it's a man, but yeah.
We have gendered it.
Yeah.
Does he have a catchphrase? Oakley is a shiny Pokemon.
Right. Oakley's a shiny Pokemon who says, "Rock on and go listen to High Regard."
That is pretty rock. Yes, Oakley, rock on indeed. Well, guys, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me today. If you'd like to plug anything else before we wrap up, please do.
New music soon. No official dates because that would require preparation. It will be like tail end of summer.
Yeah.
How good it is.
And oh my goodness, it is.
It's just going to be great.
Fire tunes. Yeah, and yeah.
Love that.
That's the main one. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for chatting. This has been High Regard, and this has been a Hive magazine interview. Peace.